Race 3 Randwick coming up in 3 minutes. Horses about to move in.
Coming up, Radiant Image about to move forward. Here's Trend Setting moving in with the blinkers on today. Trend Setting moving in. Gold Winner at $2.90. Trend Setting $6.50. Silent Encounter at $3.30. Radiant Image $7.50. Some Red $8.20. Howdy Ken $12. Howdy Ken is a good tip on track. Gold Winner's firm. Trend Setting's had support. Silent Encounter's out the gate. Very skinny the Tate. Just repeating in the first race that Destiny's Dream was lame in front. Had respiratory distress on returning to scale. Lacerations hind pasterns. Now Jinmar, the slow track put down for his failure in the previous. Gold Winner at $2.90. Howdy Ken, Good Country stand well and the lights are on for the Penfolds. They're all set. Some Red and Possibility stand well. Gates are back. They've broken a beautiful line. Possibilities and Gold Winner straight out the back door. Fast away is Trend Setting. She fired on the early lead and went clear by 2 lengths. Away quickly Howdy Ken and Good Country. 2 to Radiant Image, making ground on the outside of runners then is Some Red. They were followed getting back in the field as they jump away by Howdy Ken. He was up there, but he's been grabbed hold of as Silent Encounter would up to be third. Second last Gold Winner, and back at the tail of the field is Possibilities. Trend Setting leads the way coming down the side, is 2.5 in front of Good Country, pulling the rider out of the saddle. Silent Encounter box seating, 2.5 Some Red, Radiant Image, Howdy Ken, Gold Winner, and still last of all Possibilities. 9 lengths covers the field. The mare Trend Setting for months in front by a length and a half. Good Country on the turn at the 5.50. 2 to Silent Encounter, Some Red, then came on the rail Radiant Image. Howdy Ken yet to come out. Gold Winner being given plenty of time to find his feet, is still well back, and Possibilities last. Trend Setting flattens for home, leading by a length and a half. Good Country, Some Red, Radiant Image, Silent Encounter under the cane. Howdy Ken runs on, and then Gold Winner. Trend Setting in front, trying hard on the outside. Good Country with Some Red. Gold Winner's made up some ground. It's Trend Setting leading the way. She's doing it strongly at the moment. Gold Winner's now out with Some Red. Trend Setting in front of Some Red and Gold Winner, and Trend Setting from barrier to box is too good. Wanted by a length to Some Red and Gold Winner. Good Country fourth. Howdy Ken fifth from Silent Encounter, Radiant Image, and last of all is Possibilities. Number 2, Trend Setting. Blinkers doing the trick. Chris Muntz really, he got her out of the gate like a bomb. At $6.10 and $1.70 has proven too good for Some Red, ridden by Larry Cassidy. And Gold Winner just being anchored a little bit by the big weight, finishing in third spot. 1:18.89 the time. 1:18.89. And if we do happen to get more rain, and that's a big possibility, there could be a good chance that the track may be even further downgraded.
Yes, that would be a shame, but there has been a lot of rain around Sydney, particularly in the eastern suburbs where Randwick is situated, and the track does look to be cutting up a fair bit there. Trend Setting leading all the way to win race 3 and continue the great success of Kembla Grange trainer Gwenda Markwell. Leading Penny Gem, or rather a dead heat for first. Like a Gov, Penny Gem dead heating. Memphis Blues in third there. Like a Gov, 17.20, 7.70. Penny Gem, $3, 2.50. Quinella, 121.70. Trifecta, 5, 7, 17, 2,391. Or if you had them, 7, 5, 17, 1,530. Eagle Farm, we've got correct weight through now for race 2. We had a slight delay with that. Placings now official for 6.
In the opening event here in extremely fast time. This horse shouldn't be all that far away from them. It's drawn nicely in gate 5, so expect it to run a nice race, and it did look very well in the mounting enclosure too. Open, interesting sort of race this, but I've marked them 1 ahead of 2, 3 and 4. On course, we have had Grayson Power, a little bit of a drifter early, but then has tightened up. Still a touch of value, the tote. Clear Out has been a bit of a drifter. It's drifted out just a little bit more than 1 point on course to be.
The placing behind Brilliant Jewel. Set to run. This is the 4th and they're away. And Grayson Power began pretty well in the early stages, away fast as Neng Rain, and also Storm Duster showing some pace. Only about 3 lengths covering the entire field at the moment, and Mia Filio's pushing up on the inside as well, and Live in Vain just off them. Clear Out's in that bunch too. Grayson Power with the blinkers wide is leading from Clear Out the middle and Mia Filio. Storm Duster back fourth and then Live in Vain on the outside. Il Mays the fence. 3 lengths away Ning Rain. And then Inspection as they came to the turn, and Presence is last of all. Round the bend, Clear Out taking a slender lead from Grayson Power, who's been working wide all the way, and they're clear now from Mia Filio. And then came Il Mays in the red sleeve, starting to work home well, passing the 200 metres, and Grayson Power leading narrowly, but Il Mays claims it in a stride or two, and Il Mays takes the lead now. Grayson Power trying to respond, but can't for the time being, and in the run home, Il Mays came clear and won by 2 lengths to Grayson Power. Ning Rain got up for third, Clear Out 4, and back behind these to finish them was Storm Duster, Inspection, Live in Vain, and then came Mia Filio, who dropped right out and ran second. Last in was Presence. That's won very easily, number 4, Il Mays. Just given good cover in the early stages by James Winks, and he produced a wonderful finishing run. He was obviously going to win right up at the top of the straight, and he kept running true to the line. Good solid win. Number 4, Il Mays first, around 12.20 and 3.10. Good start to the quaddie for those who found him. Number 1 is second, Grace and Power, ridden by Bryce Diekman. Got caught 3 wide up on the lead. And third going to Ning Rain, made good ground, ridden by Darren Gauci. Numbers are 4, 1 and 9. Fourth home, number 2, Clear Out, who shared the pace, was one of the first beaten around the turn. And 15 was 11, Storm Duster. And they've run 56.86. 56.86. Again, a good time with that tailwind assisting them in the run up the side of the course. They ran 56.48 in the first one by Carlton Spirit, so just underlines her strength of her winning performance. Now 12.10 and 3.10 for Il Mays, $1.60 Grayson Power, $2.30 for Ning Rain, Quinella paid $25, Exacta $68.30, Trifecta $455.50, and the running double 2 and 4 paid $79 even.
Okay.
It has been fairly firm. Now these runners at the barrier for the running of the Salinger Handicap, they're about to move in. Polygram about to move up, hasn't won a race since winning a feature black type race earlier in the year at Randwick. He's had a couple of runs here in his race. Well, they've generally kept him away from the rain affected tracks. Reinhardt back in Sydney, where he raced so well last prep. He's had a few runs back this time in. He doesn't mind the sting out of the ground. He's usually good fresh. Now Reinhardt, Polygram moving in. Chester County about to move up. Waiting on Marrakesh Express to move in. Marchioness, she loves a bit of yield in the track. Also waiting on Majestic Fiesta. It's always been a major query for my money, Majestic Fiesta at 1200 metres. He's had chronic problems with his feet and legs, but 1100 metres normally sees him out. 1200 metres, well, maybe with the sting out of the ground, that will assist him. Now the last few moving in, $4.40 for Zaruk TAB favourite, number 5 Marchioness, who's the bookmaker's favourite at $4.50. Marrakesh Express $4.80, Reinhardt at $5.80, and then we've got Centre Fire, and it reads out at $8.20, number 6, Chester County at $9.60, Majestic Fiesta at $14. Now just waiting on the last of the runners to move in, that is Centre Fire on screen coming up. This is the Salinger Handicap, 4th of the day. Starter has the line. Majestic Fiesta on toe wide out. They're off. Majestic Fiesta began beautifully. Away fast Marchioness, and Chester County down near the fence quickly away. Centre Fire out deep going up to be 4th. Zaruk grabbed hold of just behind those from Reinhardt. Marrakesh Express beaten for speed. Polygram went out last of all at the 900 metres mark. Majestic Fiesta outside of Chester County leads the way. One back Marchioness, Centre Fire on the move 4th. 2.5 Zaruk, Reinhardt, Marrakesh Express and Polygram. 7 lengths covers the field as they come towards the bend at the 600 metre mark. And the leader is Majestic Fiesta. 3/4 Chester County. Chester County has the fence. Centre Fire 3/4 away 3rd. 1 back Marchioness. 2 lengths Zaruk, Reinhardt, Marrakesh Express 7 from the lead. Pull to the outside but he's under pressure. And 2 away Polygram as they turn. Majestic Fiesta away from the the fence, again joined by Chester County. They come over the rise. They've got away. They're two in front of Centre Fire, Zarouk. Marrakesh Express wide out. It's Chester County, the Novocastrian. He's got a big kick in the locker inside the 200, and he's raced away now. Majestic Fiesta is only battling. Running on wide out, Marrakesh Express. Then came Zarouk, but Chester County right back to his brilliant best is a mile too good. Won it by 4.5 lengths, Majestic Fiesta. Third prize on the outside, Marrakesh Express. Then came Zarouk. They were followed by Centre Fire, Polygram, Reinhardt. And Marchioness has put in a bad run. She's run last. Chester County, $9.40, $2.80 over Majestic Fiesta, $4.10. Marrakesh Express, $1.90. Winner of the race, number 11. He's defied a betting drift on track. He doubled his quote. As far as the bookies were concerned, punters steered well clear of him. He began well. Corey Brown kept him under a nice grip, and he quickly went after Majestic Fiesta, who led him, but he never crossed in front of him. And then when they straightened up, they got away from the others. The race was all over. Brown just said, let's go, and Chester County has blitzed them. We stand by for the full complement of numbers to come through. Majestic Fiesta has battled gamely under his big weight for Danny Beasley, and third prize Marrakesh Express. He just got beaten for speed. He couldn't get into gear. He worked home pretty well, and Zarouk also, who sat behind the pace, has battled on fairly with Centre Fire. Marchioness was a big flop. Reinhardt did nothing, and Polygram was out the back door, and he stayed there. Numbers confirmed. 11 the winner. Chester County, Corey Brown winning double. Paul Perry the trainer. Second, number 1 Majestic Fiesta, Danny Beasley. Third prize 7 Marrakesh Express, Ronnie Stewart. Fourth in the race to number 12 Zarouk. TAB information coming through. The winner, Chester County, returning number 11, $9.40 and $2.80. 1 Majestic Fiesta, $4.10. 7 Marrakesh Express, $1.90. Exacta, $121.20. Quinollas paid $53.60. The trifecta, $460.50. The first four with number 12 running fourth, $2,758.20. The double on number 2 being the first leg winner, trend setting into number 11 Chester County. That's returned $58.20. Special dividend $6.60.
All right.
Still, while all that happened. So approved. They'll get him back in. Outback Lad, the late scratching. And Go Forever will run the firm favourite. Approved coming forward. So they're just about set.
Eclipse Stakes, terrific race, and not an easy one, I might add. Number 10, I've put on top, Kane Smitzer, is coming in for good support now. A little bit better on the tote at the moment, but I might add, not much. Does look very well indeed. The benefit of that run over the 1800, I think, holds this horse in very good stead, stepping to the 2,000 metres today, and given the fact it's by Zabil, looks perfectly suited here today. Number 12 I've also included here, which is Benarivo. This horse has had enough runs now to be spot on. It's got the blinkers on again. It's drawn much more favourably today. I think this horse has got a lot of ability and is ready to produce it. Drawn really nicely. I tell you what, I think this horse is terrific value at the moment, and $31.60 on the tote. It'll be getting a little bit of mine. Also, I've included number 13, which is Carnegie Pops. Comes back to its home track, can't knock its form. Terrific at Flemington last start over the 1800. Again, the 2000 is suited perfectly in my opinion. I think there'll be sufficient speed. It's drawn nicely, may not get quite as far back as it did at Flemington, and still run on just as well. Incidentally, we have had a little bit of a shower go through here that won't create any problems whatsoever. My final selection is number 11, My Jabril. I'm anticipating it to work forward and race rather prominently in an event like this. Thought it was a good effort behind Kablamo last start at Flemington, and most of my selections do in fact come out of that race. 10 ahead of 12, 13 and 11. I can report on course, Zazman has been quite an alarming drifter, nearly doubled its opening quote. Another Warrior hasn't altered, just unders the tote at the moment. Gunnamatta has also been a drifter, huge odds the tote. So we go down to Billis. Has been relatively solid on course, and a little bit of value the tote. Classic Benbara, a drifter, and continues to. Chairman's Choice hasn't moved one bit from its opening quote, represents a few dollars of extra value on the tote. Adolescence has had good support. It's come in about 5 points, represents good value. The tote at the moment, and we go down to You Little Butte, has been fairly solid. Sailor Rev hasn't altered, square across the board. Kane Smitzer just shifts out that little bit to be nearly similar to the tote price. And then we go down to My Jabril, very solid. And also Benarivo still hasn't moved, but value. And Carnegie Pops, extremely solid and value on the tote. 10 ahead of 12, 13 and 11 for a very intriguing and very interesting Carlton Draft Eclipse Stakes.
Yeah, it sure is. The only three under the double figures is Zasman, Kane Smitzer and Bellis. They're going off him on course, Zasman, perhaps fearing that he might have just gone over the top. Who knows? We'll find out shortly. They're starting to move in. Here's Greg Miles.
Kane Smitzer to run favourite. He's been very solid in the betting, Kane Smitzer. Zasman, a big drifter on course. He's still tote favourite, but he's certainly not the favourite on track. He drifted right out and he's just trimmed up a touch at the end to be second pick. And then Velis and You Little Butte, and Carnegie Pops is right in the market too. As Sailor Reeve comes up in the orange colours. Adolescence moving along into the line. He finished fourth in this race a couple of years ago. Runner-up in an Easter Cup here at Caulfield. Now Carnegie Pops moved up. An impressive winner in 1MW company on Oaks Day at Flemington, taking a rise in grade. The Iron Horse Zasman still away, as is Chairman's Choice, My Jabril, who ran home very solidly at Flemington last time out, links into his place. You Little Butte comes up, reserved from the Ballarat Cup to run here. The Lindsay Park establishment with a wonderful record in this particular race, the Eclipse Stakes over the years. Now Chairman's Choice moved in, and the field is ready. The Carlton Draft Eclipse. They're away, and Bellis jumped okay towards the inside, and so did Sing Tao and Gunnamatta. Benarivo and Sailor Reeve jumped away all right with Carnegie Pops. On the outside, Kane Smitzer's going forward, and so is Adolescence as they settle into stride, with My Jabril drifting back and is about third or fourth last. Kane Smitzer's going to the lead as they go past the 1600. Bellis will make him work for it, and boots up on the rail, and these two in front. Zasman strides across 2.5 away. He's in third, and Gunnamatta with a much nicer trail is close to the pace. Fourth the inside. Chairman's Choice working wide up the hill. It's very hard to do that, but he's getting up into third now. 3 lengths away Adolescence, and then another Warrior outside Sing Tao. One further back as Carnegie Pops, followed by Benarivo, Sailor Reeve, You Little Butte, My Jabril, and Classic Benbara last. 12 from the leader. That's Kane Smitzer by a length and a half. Second is Bellis. 2 lengths away, enjoying a good trail. Gunnamatta from Zasman, and Chairman's Choice working very hard. 1,000 left to go. 3 lengths Adolescence, followed another Warrior, and then on the inside Sing Tao. 1.5 further back in the field Carnegie Pops, Benarivo. 2 lengths to Sailor Reeve, You Little Butte. My Jabril second last, and is now last as Classic Benbara went past him at the 750. Kane Smitzer 3/4, Bellis second, Gunnamatta third. On the outside Zasman 4 and 2.5 away Chairman's Choice. He's back after working wide up the top of the track. One another Warrior Adolescence, and then Sing Tao the inside from Carnegie Pops. Udall Butte and Benarivo are still well back with Sailor Reeve, and then Classic Benbara and My Jabril will need a big burst as they come to the corner. Kane Smitzer leading narrowly from Bellis, Zasman and Gunnamatta right behind the leading trio, and then Chairman's Choice under the whip. Carnegie Pops pulled out wide, and next is Sing Tao. Well in the straight, Kane Smitzer's headed by Bellis. Zasman joining in on the outside, and then Gunnamatta. Chairman's Choice, Sing Tao and You Little Butte. Zasman and Bellis are the leaders with 100 to go from Chairman's Choice. Zasman, the Iron Horse, draws a length in front, and he's going to do it. It's Zasman for the money, 1.25 lengths. Chairman's Choice second to nose. You Little Butte. Bellis just missing, and then came Sailor Reeve. My Jabril making ground from Sing Tao, and then came Carnegie Pops and Classic Benbara, and further back in the field then was Gunnamatta. If I hadn't called him over the line, he was in that bunch, and then Benarivo and Adolescence, and a long break another Warrior, and Kane Smitzer's ended up near last. Zasman is the winner, ridden by Damien Oliver. Horse who's just kept fronting up week after week at the races in the latter part of the spring, and he's just kept on racking up win after win. Found the Group 2 Sandown Classic just a little tough for him, but he still managed to brave third, and he's lined up again here, and another tough winning performance. Now the minor end of the prize. Second goes to 6 Chairman's Choice, ridden by Craig Newitt. And third goes to 8 You Little Beaut, ridden by Greg Childs. 1, 6 and 8 official. Fourth in, number 4, Bellis. And the time is 2:3.84, 2:3.84. Numbers are 1, 6 and 8. Fourth in, number 4, and fifth in was number 9.
He's as tough as teak, Zazman, and he had to work very hard for that win today from the wide alley. He had his detractors late in the betting, but he's gone on to record what will easily be one of his more impressive wins, now 5 this preparation. Unbelievable, Zazman, great to see. Chairman's Choice and You Little Beaut have been confirmed as the minor place getters, and as for Kane Smitzer, which led them up and started second favourite, I gather it must have been injured in the race. It pulled up very quickly in the straight. Race 4. Wow, I haven't heard that song for a while. We were only asking the other day where Kate Bush was, and she's releasing a new album, I believe. Viking Tour at 380 is the favourite for this upcoming race at Randwick, and it's due to get underway in a couple of minutes' time. Shortly we'll be with Terry Bailey, another update of Morfettville's 5th event, and the next race there is for Class 6 horses, and it will be run over 1,800 metres. And the market revealing Tiona for Chris Bryant as the...
Sadler's Song and Reclaim, clearly the best back runners. So they're about to move in for the running of the 5th race on the card. This is over 1,600 metres. Philly Beg out behind the gate, Gorilla and Reclaim moving around. He's a likely type. He's by Ascot Knight. He's only been to the races on 2 occasions. Ran a very good race behind Kingside when he missed the kick badly last time out. Viking Tour TAB favourite 370. He's eased on track. Red Hot Pepper 410 is very skinny. Gorilla 510 is very nice overs. He's the favourite on course. In Flames 940 is better on the tote. It's come in $1 late after easing 250. Sadler's Song a bit better on the tote at 820 has been well supported, and Reclaim's been one of the better back runners. It's at 1060 better on the tote. Matey $9.20. Now there's Reclaim moving in, taking up its gate position for the running of the 5th race over 1,600 metres. He just pulls away from the attendants. Viking Tour's moved in, and his first run for John O'Shea the other day at Hawkesbury had to be used up from his gate. He was getting a little tired. He was entitled to the last little bit, and Sunday Service, the Sunday Silence filly, got very close to him. He fell in and won it. Now Matey moving in. Sadler's Song moves up. Wanted to pull hard the other day at Warwick Farm when winning. Red Hot Pepper in the club's jacket, the yellow and the green. In Flames coming along next. Moves up. Reclaims now in, so the stablemates Philibeg and also Gorilla to move in. 440 Red Hot Pepper, 460 Gorilla, 390 Viking Tour, In Flames 980, Sadler's Song $8, Matey 940, Reclaim 960. That's him on screen. He's very fidgety. I want to put on the performance he did last time out when he missed it badly. Philibeg's moved in. Here's Gorilla coming up. Starter Billy Cooper has made his way to the platform. And they're all set under fine skies in Sydney. Royal Randwick. This is race number 5. $4, the TAB favourite. And that is Viking Tour. The gates are back, and Viking Tour and Matey both came away very quickly. It's Matey just in front. Gorilla fast out. In Flames being sent forward looking for the front. And not far away, Red Hot Pepper. Philibeg is a little bit wide. They're compact early on. Sadler's Song over racing second last, and last of all is Reclaim. Gorilla's moving up outside the filly In Flames, but she's got the rail and the lead. A length and a half Viking Tour, Matey the outside, and Philibeg caught out wide. A length and a half Sadler's Song, slipping up on the inside of Red Hot Pepper, and 2 off Reclaim as they swing down the side at the 1,000 metres mark. In Flames leads the way by a half length on Gorilla. 2 away Viking Tour. He's got his mouth open. He's pulling hard on the fence. Matey is next. Philibeg is out deep on the track. Sadler's Song tossing its head up in the air, well back. Then Red Hot Pepper, and 2 lengths away is Reclaim. The 2 front runners are getting a good time in the lead. In Flames leads a neck on Gorilla. Close enough if good enough. 2 Viking Tour. Matey the outside. 2 and a half Philibeg. 3 deep the trip. Then Sadler's Song. Red Hot Pepper the centre, and 2 off Reclaim as they are
approach the bend inside the 600. In Flames leads by a neck on Gorilla, poised to strike. One away, Matey. 3/4 to Viking Tour under lock and key, needing a run. Sadler's Song picks up ground on the fence, pulling out Phillyberg. They were followed by Red Hot Pepper and Reclaim. They're well in the straight. In Flames taken on by Gorilla. In Flames just in front at the 300, Matey. And here's Reclaim with a big run down the centre. Then came Viking Tour, needing a run from Sadler's Song. In Flames fought on, it's in front of Reclaim. Viking Tour's getting out. Sadler's Song is slicing up on the fence. Sadler's Song took the shortcuts, hit the lead from In Flames, Viking Tour and Reclaim, and Sadler's Song gets the cash. Sadler's Song has beaten Reclaim, Viking Tour and In Flames. Behind those Gorilla, who weakened from Matey, Phillyberg and Red Hot Pepper, never a chance last in. Well, it was a very competitive race. There was chances galore as they turned in the small field. And Sadler's Song, In Flames left the rail, and Johnny Grisdale, rewarded no doubt for winning on this horse for Bobby Thompson last time out at Warwick Farm. He's taken the inside run, and Sadler's Song, really working into his best form now, has come clear to win it, and in the end he's won it convincingly. Reclaim loomed up to win for sure. I thought at about the 200, Larry Cassidy. He's just petered on his run, and we stand by for third. Just forget what we call third. I think it might have been Viking Tour in front of In Flames. We'll just stand by for those numbers. Time for the race, 1:38.92. The record to the class, Platinum Scissors, 1:35.72. They've run 1:38.92. Numbers confirmed. 6 is the winner. Sadler's Song, John Grisdale, Bob Thompson. 9, Reclaim second, ridden by Larry Cassidy. Number 4, Viking Tour, Darren Beedman, John O'Shea. And 4th place goes to number 5, In Flames. 6, 9, 4 and 5. Sadler's Song on the tote, returning $7.40 and $2.30. Second home, number 9, Reclaim at $2.60. And number 4, Viking Tour at $1.60.
All right, a good effort there up along the rails. Sadler's Song gets the money in race 5 at Randwick this afternoon. Red Hot Pepper fading out dismally in the straight there, and simply disappointing. All right, Morfettville, race number 5 is next on our agenda, and they're on their way down to the start for this event. Let's have a look at the betting there. Tione, is it?
No more promising horse about than Wide Awake, but he seemed to get it together at his last run. What do you think?
Yeah, Larry had a wide alley and just tried to teach the horse to settle a bit, but he's over-raced the start before, and he settled quite good with the fast pace, but the alley, if he'd drawn a good alley, I'd say he nearly would have won the race.
Well, he's got that today, hasn't he?
He has, Larry, and he should be able to settle just off him and have a nice run, and have a bit of luck in the straight, he overpower him.
Well, do you feel you can sort of keep him nice and quiet out the back there?
Yeah, well, he's got that alley where you can just come out and just sort of steady him straight away. He's got his position where he's had a wide alley. He's just sort of had to go forward and try and get in. So, today.
With you, and I look forward to seeing more of you in Melbourne.
Yes, Joe, we're looking forward to welcoming you back to Melbourne. It has been a delight working with you. You're going to be a very, very hard lady to replace, I feel sure. So it is a sad moment, really, for a lot of us who've enjoyed working with Joe, and I'm sure for a lot of the punters at home who've enjoyed Joe's company in their lounge room for the past few years. But greener pastures have called. And what about that for an omen tip? I want you back, Joe. It's favourite here in the Ascot Handicap. And she'll give you a good sight too, because she should find an easy lead, I would think. And the on-pacers have been well to the fore here today. She's won 3 in a row and she comes to her home track. Amoroso is threatening favouritism, but I Want You Back has it on track narrowly. So it's 12 ahead of 7. Race of a lot of chances though. Unguarded Moment with the blinkers off is in the market. And so is Maid of Pines, who's racked up a